art to prevent graffiti in Thornton, pianos around town in Fort Collins, and blue trees in Denver. All across our state, arts and culture are thriving. We'll check it out with these stories and much more on this edition of Connected Colorado. Hi, I'm Wendy Brockman. We're here in Lakewood at Washington Heights Art Center, where you can explore your creative side and actually get your hands on some art projects. We'll learn more about this a little later in the show. But first, a look at an innovative project that blends visual and musical art forms at public places in Fort Collins.
The Pianos About Town program is a public-private partnership that includes the City of Fort Collins, the Bohemian Foundation, and the Downtown Development Authority. We start with a generous gift of a piano from a community member that's looking for a new home for their piano. And from that, we pick up the pianos free of charge and move them to our storage area. And in that site, we prep and prepare them for their adventure out into the world around Fort Collins. And at this point, once those pianos are prepared, the painting begins. And then they start their journey, and those pianos are moved every 2 to 3 weeks, with some locations maybe 6 to 12 weeks long.
Well, the program was initially inspired by a British artist named Luke Jerram, who had a touring exhibit in 2010 that included stops all around the world, and then stopped in New York City in 2010. That gave us the idea to do it here in Fort Collins, and it's been a great success so far. This is a very unique collaboration, and it's the kind we like, where you involve multiple organizations. So we helped with the funding and coordinated with the city and the Downtown Development Authority and made the project happen. We learned a lot of things along the way, but it's been a great gift to the community, and it's been utilized very well by the people. It's brought a lot of joy not only to the people who play the pianos, but the people who are out in the community enjoying the noise.
We placed our first pianos out in the holiday season in 2010 in Old Town Square. And so from that point, I think we've painted over 64 pianos, murals to date. We keep 7 to 8 pianos out during the winter time, maybe 12 to 14 pianos during the summer season, but you can always catch a glimpse of them in the Mitchell Block building in their windows on Mountain Avenue. We keep it exciting, so we keep those pianos moving, and we have about 20 locations for those pianos around town, with an emphasis in Old Town Square.
You see them all over the place, and it's great that you can, walk around and you hear people playing them, and you see little kids, coming up to them and families, and then you'll see, teenagers and the cool kids hanging out and goofing around on them, and it's great to just hear music kind of ringing around throughout Old Town. Music is a huge part of this town, and you can kind of see it everywhere you look.
I think this is a signature piece that Fort Collins provides, and I believe that, like, a lot of what keeps us going here is tourism, and we have visitors coming from all over the world and all over the country to come in and see our downtown and be a part of our arts community. And this is just like a little cherry on the cake.
I love that any time of day where I feel like I want to go, I can go downtown surrounded by awesomeness and everybody, the whole culture of Fort Collins, and still sit down and play a real piano. And then, people love it too. People like to walk by, and I'll see sometimes people will stop by and stay for a few minutes, and I think it benefits everybody. It benefits little kids that wouldn't normally hear this kind of music. Even people, less fortunate that haven't played on a piano in years can walk right up and play a piano, and I think that's amazing. I think that Fort Collins has gotten so great about music that this just kind of tops it off.
We want it to be discovery. You might have seen it in this location at one time, and then it'll be across town in an alley somewhere else. So I think logistically, and the number, and that we're always moving them for new discoveries and to find new audiences is really innovative for this program.
Well, I think one of the things that's really innovative about this project is the component of the public and private partnership. We don't see that enough in many communities, and we're really making it work here in Fort Collins. I think the other thing that's interesting, besides the intersection of two different art forms, is the fact that it's happening outside in Colorado. When a lot of people think about Colorado, they think about snow and inclement weather, and really it does reflect the beauty of Colorado in an outside environment, and it's a surprise. It's not what you would expect.
I think what's unique to Fort Collins is that we like to show our visual artists front and center also. So the act of creating the mural and for the public to interact with the artist is something very much Fort Collins.
I love Fort Collins because I believe that we are this hotbed of artistic activity. And when all the arts, the different kind of arts link arms and join together, it just becomes so much more dynamic for our community.
First of all, it creates an ambiance in a town like this where it's a big music town and people love music. And it also provides the opportunity to be creative spontaneously. So if you play piano and you're walking along and you have a song in your head and you can just sit down and create music right there on the spot, and people get to enjoy it immediately. So it's sort of a instant gratification of music.
Whimsy is part of the human experience, and I think sometimes we cut ourselves off from giving ourselves a chance to express the way we're feeling, what we're thinking, and I think the pianos is a symbol and a tool for people to do just that.
I think the pianos do give a spontaneous interaction with the community, which is unique in communities. Think about, something that is always out there for the community to enjoy, and so unique to have playable pianos outside. I mean, we get calls from across the country to ask, how do you start a program like this? And it's because this program's been so successful and that the communities love those pianos too.
It's really neat when you have a couple of art forms joining in one environment, and so to have a physical artist that paints join a musical artist down the road, that's a pretty unique collaboration, just like the collaboration between Bohemian and the City of Fort Collins. So it's great to think out of the box and to see those two things come together. It's pretty magical.
Nice. If you've been to downtown Denver, you've probably seen the big blue bear peeking into the Colorado Convention Center. If you've been to Denver International Airport, you've probably seen the big blue horse there to greet you. Well, now it's the blue trees.
We are raising awareness for reforestation.
40% of our oxygen comes from trees, the rest comes from the oceans. Once they go, then we will be in serious trouble. We're working on an art installation called The Blue Trees, which is really trying to highlight the issues of global deforestation and the importance of trees using, I guess, an artistic expression.
We're in the heart of the Denver Theater District, and our mission is to activate the streets with art and culture and activity. So we are working with Konstantin Dimopoulos on his Blue Trees project, and basically he's going to color 150 trees in the district to draw attention to global deforestation and how important trees are to the urban environment.
It's a partnership between the Denver Theater District, Denver Arts and Venues, Downtown Denver Partnership, and several other entities around the city to enliven public spaces downtown, especially here in the Theater District, and bring some awareness to some environmental issues.
We see the idea of deforestation, I see it as a cancer that is destroying a huge amount of forest, both in the Amazon, Southeast Asia, and globally. And I think it's important that really the urban trees, the urban forest, tries to help its brother, the old growth forest and the rainforest. Replanting a tree is not the answer normally, because once the orangutan has disappeared, once the monkeys and all the other animals that rely on the trees, once those trees, you can't bring those back.
Heard about this in a magazine and walked around trying to look for the trees. Just wanted to see the trees. I'm glad to be a part of this and get to paint and be outside. It really makes the trees stand out, and then you think deeper about the message of deforestation and how trees are actually a big part of our lives.
You know, trees, it's like kind of treat it as your house, you know, like you want your house to be nice and neat and organized, and you take care of it, you know, it's the heart. And just like trees, they produce oxygen for us, help Mother Earth grow, and we need a part of that as human beings, as everything else as well.
Painting trees may not seem like it's very healthy, but I'm told that it's not harmful to them at all.
We've done it in over 20 cities. We work with tree foundations here in Denver. This particular pigment washes off. As an artist, I would be destroyed if anything happened to the tree. That's why we have all these trees are checked to see that they are not stressed. We have gone to places where we were going to colour trees and we said, no, we can't, these trees are stressed. The trees are the king.
And we're trying to be very gentle. Beautiful day for it. And the trees look awesome. They're incredible.
It's like being a kid again, but with purpose.
The trees will naturally lose their color in a few months as rains wash that paint away. So if you want to see the blue trees, come on down to the Denver Theater District. And now I am here with Jim Olson with Washington Heights Arts Center in Lakewood. Thank you for having us.
Hello.
Hello. Tell us about Washington Heights Arts Center.
This is a municipal arts program where the city has made an investment in the center and in the community to encourage people to engage in the arts. The Washington Heights building is an 1898 old schoolhouse, and we still get people that come in and visit from the 30s, 40s, 50s when they went to school here.
They remember it?
Everybody's got a story.
Oh, wow.
They love to see the buildings being used. People are happy here. We've turned it over into jewelry, paper making studios, wonderful weaving studio. Pottery is a big, big thing here, and variety of painting classes, watercolor, oil, and that's what's going on this morning, portrait painting. Every day is busy. We're open Monday through Saturdays, and in the winter we open on Sundays. It's focused on the Lakewood and regional area. People from the surrounding area can participate here.
So how did it come about?
Lakewood and other communities around Colorado and around the country have decided that cultural arts is very enriching for their communities. And so Lakewood has made the investment to know that those people interested in the arts and culture and everybody who just wants to try it can do that. It's a non-threatening environment. We have very, very talented artists and really great teachers and wonderfully appointed studios. You can come in and give it a shot, see if it's your thing. I've been here 18 years. There's students that were here before me, and they're still taking classes here.
So you kind of have to have a membership, right? And that, if you want to join.
That's a good question. There are some art centers that are that way, but this is a community center. Anybody can come in and register. We have some guidelines regarding skill level. You know, we'll recommend that a class may be for intermediate or people with some experience, or clearly an advanced class. Those classes that are beginners are important to us, and things like watercolor, for example, we provide all the materials and supplies. They're generally about 6 weeks long. You can come in without making the extraordinary investment in oil paint or watercolor paints and give it a shot.
Are you guys self-sustaining?
As a municipal program, I would have to say that the city makes the investment in maintaining this wonderful old building, which requires some attention, and that the program does recover a kind of a formulaic amount of dollars as sort of a target, but No, the city does actually invest in the building, the community, the programming, and the staffing for the benefit of the community to make sure we're offering the arts.
That's unusual, isn't it, though, for a city to make that big of an investment to sponsor such an ambitious arts education program?
Well, that's a good question, because some cities have elected not to do that. Other cities kind of come to realize that a rich cultural program and participation from the community is a good barometer about the enthusiasm, education, and cultural interests of the community. It's enriching for everybody.
Yeah, this is a pretty special place. It's fantastic, Jim. Thank you so much for showing this place off to us.
Well, it's good to have you here.
Yes, appreciate it. We'll be back with more arts around our state right after this.
Where are you?
I'm just a few minutes away.
What medications do you take?
I can help you if I have the information.
Seconds count.
What if you could provide us with life-saving information before an emergency?
Now you can.
It's free, private, and secure.
Visit smart911.com to create your safety profile.
Help us help you.
Connected Colorado. Public art projects are springing up all over, with all of RTD's new rail lines opening up, like this one in Lakewood. And in Aurora, it's a celebration of lights, color, and motion all along RTD's new R line. It's stunning and free for anyone to come see, whether you're riding the train or not. of the City of Aurora's Art in Public Places program. And in Thornton, art is making a difference with its Outside the Box mural project.
The Outside the Box Traffic Box mural project was started to mitigate tagging and graffiti throughout the city and to bring awareness to local public arts and arts advocacy with a very easy to do, fun, bright project that people only have to drive by to appreciate. Our pilot box, which was completed in 2016, has not been tagged or graffitied. It was really important for us to get that buy-in from our community, and Jay was the perfect person because his design really embodied Thornton.
This is my second utility box I painted for the city of Thornton, and really happy to be doing this again, and I'm really glad that community's on board too. They're really enjoying it, and really happy to be beautifying our community in Carpenter Park. I'm really glad that my dad's going to be doing one on 112th and Madison, so we're going to make this park look even better than it already is, and the city looking more colorful, more vibrant. So I'm really proud to be a part of this again. That's really my goal too, is have people be really proud of their facilities and parks that they have, and bring people together and give them something nice to look at, something beautiful. This is really me living my dream, doing my public art, and this is good to be giving back.
We've gotten a lot of positive response from it from the community, and they want to see more. So we did 6 more this summer, and we're hoping to increase that to 15 next summer. We coordinate with not only neighborhood services and graffiti removal, but also traffic services, finance, and local artists, so it's really a cross-department effort. I'm just really taken aback at the support by the community and the city, and the involvement by local artists, and just getting people aware of their neighborhoods and things that are happening. Public art is the great equalizer. You don't have to pay admission, you don't have to know anything about art. It's there, you make your own interpretations. And we're supporting local artists and just making things colorful.
Very cool. And now we're here at 40 West Arts District in Lakewood with Liz Black. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming.
What is 40 West Arts District?
Yeah, we are a Colorado Creative Certified Arts District in Northeast Lakewood, Colorado, and we're located in the West Colfax corridor, really close to West Line Light Rail. And it's just a wonderful community-based arts district that is growing exponentially year after year. We host a number of programs, exhibitions, events, and festivals, and then we also work to bring creatives to the area. We now have over 30 destinations, including private gallery spaces, artist studios, live workspaces, and other creative businesses and enterprises that make 40 West Arts home.
What do you want people to know about the district?
2016 and into 2017 has really just been a year for us of people getting used to the district. We've been here for about 6 or 7 years, but we're really just in the last couple of years starting to see a huge influx in people moving to the area, in creatives moving to the district, and so it's just really about awareness for us that we do have a wonderful enclave of artists, of gallery spaces, places to see and buy art. We have a huge public art and mural program. So we put murals on the side of a ton of buildings in the district to beautify the area, just to create pop and color for anyone walking by. We have a number of large-scale sculpture projects in the works, and the newest thing that we're doing is our 40 West Art Line, which is a 4-mile walkable, bikeable arts experience that'll wrap around the Arts District itself and also extend to 3 local parks. And you'll be able to see art along the route, see pop-up performances and exhibitions, and then walk or bike the route as well. So it's a great way to get a workout in while also getting creative.
It's great. I'm thrilled to see this just completely exploding. It's very exciting for Lakewood.
Yeah, it's a wonderful time to be a part of the district in Lakewood, Colorado. We have a number of events that occur, including a huge arts, music, and mural festival, West Colfax Mural Fest, that occurs in August of every year. So we really invite folks to come out and see us during that festival and see everything the district's about.
Liz, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
And now let's head to Broomfield to check out Art for a While.
Art for a While is an art on loan program in Broomfield. And it's a really fun and exciting program because what it allows us to do is basically borrow art for about a year. The community members have an opportunity to enjoy them and even let us know what they think about them in the Broomfield Choice Award program. And hey, if you don't like a piece, no worries, it's going to be gone in a year. This year's Art for a While selection includes pieces at the First Bank Center, which are Plenum Orb by Donald Gialanella, Songbird by Joe Burley, Red Totem by Gary Monaco. At the Broomfield Library, we have Borborgmid 6 by William Vannerson and Ostrich Running by Dale Montaigne. At the North Metro Fire District Building, in their garden, we also have two pieces, Prairie by Roland Karg and Cultural Pedestrians by Sue Quinlan. Creativity, and especially public art in Broomfield, is important because it helps community members feel engaged in their community. They can enjoy the art, it's whimsical, it's fun, but it also is a placemaker and helps to create a feeling of identity for the community.
This is so cool. Our thanks to Washington Heights Art Center and 40 West Arts District in Lakewood. We hope you've enjoyed seeing all of the art. This is a first for me. Could be a new hobby, and maybe you'll be inspired to take some classes as well. We'll see you next time on Connected Colorado. From an arts graffiti prevention program in Thornton, to pianos around town in Fort Collins, to blue trees in Denver, and other great public art. Arts and culture are thriving in the next edition of Connected Colorado. Join me Thursdays at 8.